So yeah, so this tea has totally overgrown over the last 10, 15 years before the last time the guy was working on it. So we're just going to do a little test here and actually pick our own tea. It's the perfect season. Maybe last week was a bit better because the shoots are getting quite big. But for the first fresh tea, we pick the first 3 leaves. So the most delicate leaves. So I'm just going to pick these and we'll use them to do a little test of a home tea making. What I want to do is something a bit different. Like the normal Japanese tea, they make these rows like hedges and it's very manicured. And that makes it very easy to pick the tea and to automate it because they'll use kind of hedge cutter machines that flow across the top. But actually the best teas are all hand-picked, and especially in China, they have these wild teas that are growing in the mountainsides, and they do very little to take care of them, and they pick them by hand, and you get such a much better cup of tea. So we're going to do that because we're not really interested in being a tea company and make money off it. So we're more into the experiences of tea. So I can't wait until our building is constructed and then we can start doing workshops for people. That's one of our intentions, is to create workshops for sustainable and ethical living. And I think this is just such a great space for that. And getting people from the city to come pick their own tea, brew their own tea, and then I think it's just a really great way to get people to reconnect with nature. And that's what we're all about. We've become too detached from nature, and that's why we have so many problems in the world. So I think it's the first step. Reconnect with nature. We can reconnect with society and each other, and ultimately reconnect with our true selves. And back. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks since I planted this, and it was a bit of a panic, because the seasons go so fast. And I realized, oh my God, I haven't planted tomatoes or the basics that we all would like to eat. So planted these really quickly in a couple of hours, and within 2 weeks, we're now starting to show baby tomatoes growing, which is super exciting. And even our eggplants, very just beginnings. But yeah, it can be so easy just to grow your own food and so rewarding. I think everybody, even in a small balcony garden or something, you can easily grow food. And from experience, it's always the best tasting. I don't know whether it's psychological, but if you grow your own food, it tastes amazing.